Hey everyone, it's Fleeting Gaze here again, giving some well-provided content, something I should have did a long time ago yet again. Now I watched the last stream and it turns out my voice isn't that loud. It's not that kind of broad voice, so you won't hear a lot of it. I'm going to see if this changes now with this busted PlayStation mic. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to try something. This is just going to be a really quick test. Instead of explaining everything like I normally would, I'm just going to go ahead and run through this. So just gonna pick Vergil because I was just running Bloody Palace with him for a second and I just knows how good he is. But then again, yeah, let's not be too surprised here. It's Vergil. And up. Essentially gonna start out with the random mission since I haven't really done Legendary Dark Knight mode with Vergil. I would go explaining all the mechanics. Probably gonna have to. Okay, so here's something for the first time. Okay. Now what happens here is Vergil's one of the newer additions to this game. He gets his own story mode. He doesn't share with anybody because he's Vergil. Which is going to be a reason for a lot of things. Believe it or not, I'm trying not to make this look difficult, but the timing of Vergil's summoning swords are a little bit different than the Devil Vendors. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's harder. It might take a little getting used to. I'm just gonna be playing Elder Scrolls and other things to try to play this stuff. Like a lot of other things, so is everything else.
Too late.
Okay, just for a little quick explanation while I'm running through this. The gauge on the upper left-hand corner is Vergil's concentration gauge, which is never going to be his concentration gauge because we all know Vergil. This is his motivation gauge. So depending on how high it is, depends on how much more motivated he is. And we all know what that means. For those of you who don't, you should probably play Devil May Cry a little more. Or, well, oh well. Yeah. I would go into a deep explanation, but nah. There's 3 levels to this. Now, I think the first one is just merely getting the gauge up in the first place. If you look right where it is, towards the bottom of the circle, that's where it starts. Once it passes that first little point, that first notch, that's going to be level 1. What you see when you get these are basic move changes and kind of type changes. I forget the word. Yeah, I completely forgot. Wow. Okay. I would let scenes play out, but with Vergil, you actually happen to not get too many scene changes. So a lot of it's the same. Oh. I'm doing so well too. A lot of Vergil stuff is you have to pretty much be idle for the gauge to go up. You're just gonna sit there for a while you just let it build up. Or you can dodge moves. Like every time you get hit, it goes down. So with Vergil, it rewards you for playing pretty much just like Vergil. Which means no unnecessary movement, no running around, no jumping consistently. You're supposed to walk up on somebody and then, you know, just pretty much murder them like that. So it is a definite style change. It's something you have to get used to, because if you play Devil May Cry or any other hack and slash, you're used to moving around a lot. I won't even call it unnecessarily moving around, because in some games you just have to keep moving. Like if you play Bayonetta, there's no way you can sit there and just stand still. Because there's so many things going on, so many combos, wicked weaves to do, gun combos. So it takes a little getting used to, but the rewards are essentially overpowered. The rewards are just great. Absolutely just ludicrous. And it's not that Vergil sucks without his concentration being high. He's still very viable. It's just with his concentration, with him being motivated, that's it. That's a wrap. Game over. And while you're not in battle, it doesn't do anything. The gauge just stands still. And the best application is something makes this part and of course it does something. And then for using this piece, the gauge also goes down. So you have to have 100% accuracy. I would go find out how to use first. Oh well, okay. See, thing barely stood a chance against me. And then when I was first using Vergil, one of the things that tripped me up a lot was I like using summoning swords, because back in the other Devil May Cry 3, the summoning swords combined with his regular Yamato attacks would do a lot of damage. So I just find myself mashing on the button and the sword button, just doing random combos. I didn't even have to pay attention. It was instantly stylish because I guess it was refreshing. And that does a lot. That combo. Uh-oh. Try to complete. And then this is level 3, it's at the mid. I'm sorry, this explanation is all over. Maybe when I'm sitting down and doing this for real, I'll be able to explain everything appropriately. But like I said, this is more or less a test. Maybe I just need to raise my voice to get a better mic. This single ear mic, I never liked it. I think I'm going to put a feature in the long, but I just too lazy to pick it up. Legendary Dark Knight mode, as you can see, quite really amazing. You know, you can throw away, it's still pretty good. Not with these, but other enemies, yeah, they start finding like 15 frosts at once. And then just gonna chill out here so I get my gauge back up. Oh, okay, see. Getting rid of the huge penalty. Okay. I'm really just trying not to destroy everybody. The easy way to play a Vergil is if you know how to time the perfect judgment cut. You can literally just sit there and spam that and you'll win everything forever. You don't even have to get close to anybody. I'm trying to avoid that because that's not really fun. Looks really cool though. The same thing from before. Except Vergil makes it really easy and cool and fast. And because Vergil can't triple jump or get height like that, they have to put the Grim Grip on there. Well, he can still do trick up. I guess that counts for a double jump. But depending on what you're doing, it's going to target on the other enemies sometimes. Like, see, running takes it down. That was my favorite weapon. It really just pushed me all the way back. And some of these guys are extremely some of the harder enemies to play. Okay, let's get that motivation. And there. Just wouldn't drop like that. Getting an island out for a little. Successful hit to also bring that to Vergil, so probably I'm not in that far. Yeah, this is actually quite sloppy play on my part. The enemies on Legendary Dark Knight mode are about as strong as Son of Sparta, so while not that strong, when you get hits chained on you, just back to back, that's when it starts showing. You can juggle it around like it's Marvel's Captain 3 combo video. Since Vergil has his own story, all these are tailored to him, so you don't have to wait till you pick up a different character or anything. I'm about to fight some more Frost too. Except now, I'm going to showcase my Vergil here. Voila. I'm surprised I missed the other half. Okay. You see, Vergil not having a double jump. I love my double jump. And that's a wrap. Vergil has a screen clearing move. You can only do it at max concentration. You have to use Yamato for it. I forgot the timings for all of these. I might have lucked out and got that this time, but it's not going to happen as long as I'm not playing.